What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We're looking at snipers today and the return of an old friend, Aces and Eights. Now, Aces and Eights has been through a few changes in the Division 2 world. It used to be a great support set. It used to spread, damage increases and things like that to your team, but they all went away, and now it is a straight up set for marksman rifle damage. And if we take a look at the set, you can see we get 15% marksman rifle damage, 30% headshot damage, and then we get the dead man's hand kind of 4-piece talent, as it would be. Flip a card when landing a shot with a marksman rifle. After 5 cards are flipped, the damage of your next shot is amplified by 30%. Some magic words there for Division, amplified, and 30% is quite a lot. More shots are enhanced, the better the hand, and you get 4 of a kind, full house, aces and eights, and flip an additional card on headshots, meaning you can keep that damage going, a lot quicker and a lot faster if you are good at headshots. Now, as of right now, there's determined in the game, which makes headshots really, really easy. And I thought, you know what, is it worth just going back, having a look, and seeing, we've got hotshot in the game. Hotshot gives you a lot of damage right off the rip, as you can see. So is it worth running aces anymore? So I thought I'd go back and take a look, and I kind of put an aces build together. Now, I don't think it's worth running the aces chest or backpack. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it. And this was kind of a good way of running aces. But obviously it has the downfall that we're going to lose some damage if we take a shot with vigilance. And just before I get into any changes, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel. And now I've said that, let's carry on. So at the moment, if I put on the heroic range, I'm going to go to medium. I'm just going to show you why I decided this is going to be a thing. And at the moment, this is a determined gun, and we'll check out other guns afterwards. But you'll see here now at the bottom, once all the cards start flipping, you'll see and we'll look at the numbers, count them up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 26 million a shot at this point, with the cards flipping and with the aces and 8 bonuses that we're getting, which is really nice. But obviously if we get hit, we're going to lose 25%. So another way of running this is you could flip in the ninja bike backpack, and we could flip in a piece of hotshot. We're going to put a headshot damage mod on here, and as you can see, we're going to hit for around 24, I believe, with this one. Yeah, 24. So we do lose a little bit of damage, but if we get hit, we're not going to worry about losing vigilance. So a couple of ways for you to run it. And, again, we're not losing too much damage. If you can't get the HG chest piece, because HG got a 20% bonus here now, that got a slight buff into TU20, you could run a chain killer, and you're going to, again, do very similar damage. But we'll go over the build in a bit more detail a little bit later on. So let's just go to a mission and kind of see what's what, right? Let's do Grand Washington Hotel. I like Grand Washington Hotel. Because as well, this has got hyenas in it, right? So this is not going to be straightforward with determined, because determined first shot will just break the helmet, and it'll require a second shot to keep going. So it'll make us see if it's at all viable or not. I know determined does make a lot of things viable, but we'll flip out. We'll put something else on the gun in a little bit. We'll see if it's viable at all. Now, I'm not the best when it comes to marksman rifles, but we will see how we get on. Oh, we missed him. So far, so good. And the damage numbers aren't quite where they were in the range, because we've not quite topped out our damage yet. But if we're quick, we can keep that chest bonus damage going.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack. It might be a diversion.
And I mean, if you're good at headshots, then this is a huge GG, right? Chunga was easy work. And I mean, so far, so good, right? It feels good.
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
And everyone kind of forgot about Aces, right? They forgot about it. They left it alone. Hot Shot came out and spoiled its tea party, peed all over its bonfire.
Nobody gets through. Nobody. Gonna rip your heart.
How do we get on with this shield guy yet? Oh, we're going through the gap. And I mean, I feel like it's putting in the work, right? I don't really feel like, as long as you get most things dead within the time you got your decoy, I feel like it's big PP damage. The damage numbers in the bottom left were matching up with what we hit in the range as well, which is really good to see. But it maxes the damage permanently, and that's because of Determined, right?
I love it, Daddy.
Oh, bad. Whoa, how did that not hit him? Don't panic. No panicking. Yeah, and I mean, it just hits really nice. Now, that's Determined, right? So, a lot of people be like, Tickle, Determined's cheating. It's cheating. So, we could go a few things here, right? We could go Optimist. We could go Ranger. You know, but you got to be far away with Ranger. You know, what else could we go with? We could go Flatline, which is kind of nice, and use the drone. And I think that's really what I'm probably going to go with, right? I'm going to go with Flatline, and then I'll take off my extra life, and I'll put out the Tactician drone. You could go regular pulse if you wanted to and things like that, but I think the tac drone just makes more sense. Oh, I missed. Oh man, it's all going to poo-poo already. How did that miss, by the way? And now you see the problem with not using Determined when you're... About that shot then. And that one.
Serious trauma detected.
Because I've not got him dead quick enough. My decoy's gone. We're warming up now, we're warming up. I haven't played all day. We'll do the next bit and then we'll go over the build. But you can see how much of a difference is it not playing with Determined. Like, oh boy. I mean, you could go Nemesis, you know.
I'm gonna detonate it.
You could use the TAC 50. You know, then we can use a scope. Oh, he neo'd me.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches.
That's right, Kelso.
As long as I'm not
And I mean, you know, maybe I prefer using the scope in, right? It kind of feels nice with the Nemesis. Obviously, we hit like 53,000 there, that's like 52 million. You hit some really big pew numbers with the Nem. So let's go over the build. So you could use, like I said, different guns, different talents, whatever you like. If you don't want to use Determined, then that's fine. I settled with this variant because I feel like, you know, if you aren't going to use Determined and you want to go regular sniper, or Determined is fixed when you're watching this video perhaps, you know, and you decide to go flatline, I think you are going to come across situations where you will get hit and you'd lose that vigilance damage, and maybe this is just a better way of putting out. And as you can see, there is nothing wrong with aces, right? It might not be top tier, it might not be the best, most powerful sniper build in the game, but it is still completely viable. And to be honest, it's a bit different, right? The cards flipping, it's a bit of fun. So if you've got the pieces and you want to give it a go, then, you know, by all means. So I'll show you the build. So aces here, 2-piece gives us marksman rifle damage and headshot damage. Then we get the dead man's hand that we talked about earlier on. And it's really easy with the marksman rifle damage. You just got weapon damage, headshot damage, and headshot damage absolutely everywhere. Then with the gloves, again, weapon damage, headshot damage. And then with the knees, weapon damage, headshot damage. And then this is the piece of hot shot that we took, because 2 pieces gives us 30% marksman rifle damage and 30% weapon handling, which is nothing to sniff at because it increases reload speed as well as stability and everything else. So, and then on the attributes, you've got weapon damage and headshot damage. For the chest, it could be a HG chest or it could be a chain killer, whichever you've got available to you. Weapon damage, weapon handling, and headshot damage is kind of where you want to be with Headhunter. And just remember that with Headhunter, after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 125%. But damage is capped at 800% of our weapon damage, and it's raised to 1250 if our headshot damage is over 150, and it's easily over 150, and you'll see that in just a minute. And like I said, a chain killer with the same stat layout will work exactly fine as well. Ninja bike, dead easy to get, just put a headshot mod in it and away you go. But like I said, you could run a gift in there with perfect vigilance, that'd be fine. You could run an Araldi backpack with regular vigilance. Again, that's another way of doing it, and that'd be fine. And then run 4-piece aces as well. There's many, many different ways to run this. I just thought I'd give an easier way, right? Running the Ninja Bike backpack gives you a lot of options with pieces. You know, you could run a Araldi chest in here with Headhunter, and that would work great as well. You could put a Providence piece in with Headhunter. That would work great as well. So there's a lot of different ways to do it, but you can line them up with aces and get yourself a lot of damage. If we're having a look at the stats, you can see here we're at a huge 274% headshot damage with the M700 Carbon. That's what I'm using. This one's got marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, and damage to targets out of cover. Now, I've modded this up with the very small scope. Obviously, if you were insane and you loved to play scoped in all the time, that's why I kind of run this one with a red dot and keep the Nemesis for scoped in and, you know, run them both together. But you could put that scope on it as well. I put some optimal range on it as well to make it just shoot that little bit better, a little bit further. Stability, extra rounds, and the cool Bang universal weapon skin. If we did play scoped in, that goes up to 316% headshot damage, which is absolutely crazy. Obviously, at the moment, running Determined on this makes it easy mode, so that's up to you. But then you can go flatline, you could go Ranger if you didn't want to play easy mode. If we're going to look at the stats with the NEM, that's already 316% headshot damage, absolutely insane. And then just for backup, probably better to stick a D50 on with Determined. And if you need some help, or, you know, everything gets a little bit hairy, you've always got that Determined easy mode to fall back on, why it still works. Drone and Reviver Hive would be the go-to, but if you're going to use flatline, you're going to want to put the Tactician drone on, and that'll scan everything within 5 meters, make sure everything's then pulsed, and then you're going to get that damage buff from flatline, which is 15% amplified damage. It's really, really nice. That's going to be it for the build. I hope you enjoyed the aces and eights overview, because who really knows how aces works, because nobody uses it nowadays. But it was fun to have a go with it again, and like I said, Determined makes it extremely viable for keeping these bonuses up. And like I said, keeping that 30% amplified damage shot up as well. Determined just makes it an absolute piece of cake. So if you want to have a go and you want to have fun with it, now is probably the time before Determined gets its inevitable fix. Thank you for watching, agents. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel. I hope you're enjoying all of my Division 2 content. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you need a friendly Division 2 community Discord where people will just help out, play the game, everybody loves the game, you'll find my link down below in the description. With all that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.